Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this look for you guys. It's a really dark, black smoky winged eyeliner look. It's a pretty dramatic wing liner, so I wanted to keep the rest of the complexion a little bit dewy, a little bit softer, and a little bit more quote-unquote natural, if you will. I really hope that you guys enjoy this look, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so the first thing that I want to do is actually start the wing liner. I normally, in a normal everyday setting, when I do my makeup, I never really start with my eyes. But in this case, I want to start with the eyes because since it's such an extreme black winged eyeliner, I want to make sure that I am covered just in case I mess up or I need to clean something up, whatever it is. Better to be safe than sorry, so just start off with your wing liner. So what I like to do is just use my natural crease as a guide, like the actual crease of like my skin on my lid, and just kind of continue that crease line downwards from the crease of your eye to where you want your liner to stop, basically. A good rule of thumb is don't let your wing liner go past your brow. That's just... Okay, so now that I kind of mapped out my wing liner, you want to fill it in, and this is the time where you want to clean up any mistakes. So here I'm using a micellar water type of product, and I'm going to take a Q-tip and just kind of clean up, sharpen any lines that I need to sharpen. Don't worry about transferring. As you can see, I did get a lot of transfer. It's fine. Because the formula hadn't fully set, but once it's set, you do not have to worry about that at all. So just clean up what you need to do, and that's it. So now we can actually move on to the complexion. The eyes are not actually done, but the hard part is done, so we're actually just going to move on to the face. Okay, so now we can move on to the complexion. I'm starting off with the Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops. I'm going to actually start off with this type of oil base because my foundation, it's actually a very matte foundation. This is a very matte foundation from Bobbi Brown, so I know that I need a lot of hydration underneath this foundation, and it doesn't hurt that it's also a little bit glowy. So when I do go in with my foundation, I normally don't do this. This is for YouTube purposes, kind of dropping this foundation like down my face like this. Like, don't do this if you're actually doing this like on a client, or if you just don't want to work extra hard. The concealer that I'm actually using is from Mercier. This is the Flawless Fusion Concealer. I am actually applying a lot of concealer because I want a lot of brightness under my eyes. I don't necessarily always wear concealer because I don't suffer from dark circles. It's just not something that I need to correct or whatever. I just don't necessarily use it for the coverage. I just want a ton of brightness, and this is a very lightweight product, and it's a little bit lighter, or a lot lighter than my skin tone, so I use it for that purpose. And to set, I'm taking my Mercier and a puff, and I'm just going to kind of puff that onto the entire surface of my skin, especially under the eyes because I did kind of double up on the products there. Everywhere else, I'm just kind of using whatever is left on my sponge, and I'll just kind of pat it to make sure that I have a really matte finish. Moving on to the eyebrows, I'm using my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade and a really sharp angled brush, and I'm just going to create the infamous feathered eyebrow. This is my favorite eyebrow to do. I personally, on my everyday life, I don't do my eyebrows very often. I just use this little guy right here. This is my tried and true best friend of all time brow product. This is from HOURGLASS. If you have not tried this, you are seriously missing out because it holds my brows in place, it builds onto them, and it tints them really, really dark. So I use that at the end just to make sure that my brows are set. Now moving back over to the eyes, I'm taking a black kohl pencil from Urban Decay. This is in the color Legend. This is one of my favorite pencils because it's specifically for the waterline. If you notice, a lot of the Urban Decay pencils don't necessarily stay. Even though they claim to stay 24/7, they don't, at least not on my eyes. But this one is nice because it specifies that is for the waterline, so I know that it will stay in place. And I'm also going to smudge it along my lower lash line and then connect it to the wing. So now I have this kind of all around black smoky winged type of eyeliner going on. And then this mascara I'm actually loving. This is the new, I don't know how new it is anymore, but the newest Benefit mascara. I love how it separates every single lash. I'm not really trying to build too much on my lashes because I know I'm going to actually put some false lashes on. The lashes that I'm using are in the style Camille from Huda Beauty, and I'm just going to pop those on. And that's it. So now to come back to the eyeshadow, I'm going to actually take an eyeshadow pencil from Nude Sticks, and I'm going to apply that in the very inner corner of my eye. I've been loving cream eyeshadows lately. I don't know what it is. I love Nude Sticks specifically because it stays in place, it's super pigmented, and it's waterproof. So I'm going to go back into my Anastasia Dip Brow. I'm going to take my brush, dotting a few little specks onto my finger. And then I'm going to use my finger as a stamp, and then I'm going to go in and stamp all around my face. This is going to sort of be like a way to apply freckles to my face. I love doing freckles because freckles are super cute, and also it almost makes the complexion look a little bit softer in a way, because I mean, if you have freckles kind of coming through, it doesn't look like your foundation is so thick in full coverage. So it's just a nice little hack to kind of give the complexion a nice softer effect to it. Of course, they're just super cute, so that's why I did it. Alright, so now to add some color and glow to my face, I'm taking my Urban Decay Sin palette. I'm going to pick up that bronzer shade and start to warm up my complexion. I'm sort of contouring with this bronzer shade, even though it is a little bit warmer and a little glowy. I think it still looks really pretty if you're trying to go for a really glowy type of look. And then I'm going to pick up that highlighting shade. I like to actually mix to get that perfect warm pinky subtle highlighting shade, and I'm going to just apply that on the cheeks and the tops of my cheekbones. And then of course, to set it in place, I'm taking the dewy spray from Tatcha because I know that I want really dewy skin for this look. And moving on to my lips, I wanted to go for a nude type of ombre. Or I forget the shade of this specific color, but it's from Smashbox. Smashbox has some of my favorite nude liquid lipsticks, well, that I've tried. And they're actually pretty comfortable. They have like an oil in them, so they're not super drying if you have really dry lips like I do. So what I'm actually doing is just applying the color just towards like the outer perimeter of my lips. And then I will go in with a lip gloss from Urban Decay. This is 1993. I love it because it's like a soft brownie type of shade, and it looks so good with this look. It kind of just pulled it all together, nice and glowy and kind of quote unquote natural type of look. And that is pretty much it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this really quick makeup look. My looks, I know, have been really quick and kind of easy, which I personally really like, and these are looks that I actually would wear out. A lot of times what I struggled with the most when I was doing crazy elaborate makeup looks was actually wearing them out, because I wasn't super comfortable wearing them out. So I'm actually just gonna stick to things that are easy to do and something that I'm actually gonna wear out. So I hope that you guys love that. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget also to follow me on my social medias, Instagram, and all those kind of platforms are down below in the description box. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Mwah.